Hi team, I want to record this video and I've been praying about what I wanted to share to you until actually resumed my reading about All the Places to Go, How Will You Know by John Ortberg. God has placed before you an open door, and what will you do? That's the question, and I'm already at chapter 5, door number 1 or door number 2. I think this section of that chapter 5 is speaking really loud about us. So, gusto ko lang i-share sa inyo guys, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, and let me read that section first. Okay ba? Stop waiting for a spontaneous outburst of passion. John Ortberg wrote, "A friend of mine named Andy Chan heads up the Office of Personal Career Development at Wake Forest. Before that, he had career placement at Stanford's Graduate School of Business, and the New York Times has said he is a career development guru. Andy says that one of the greatest stumbling blocks he has to warn young adults about is the illusion that there is some passion out there with their name on it. And if they could just discover their passion, every day of their working life would be filled with heart-thumping emotion and effortless, non-stop motivation. People read stories about successful leaders or artists or entrepreneurs and assume that once they chose their field, they woke up every morning supported by vast reservoir of energy for their work. The pressure around is analogous to the notion that there is one perfect soulmate out there in the world for you to marry. And if you don't find him or her, you're doomed to relational discontent. No one's life is like that. Thomas Edison used to say that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And life is much the same way. When I was a student at Fuller Theological Seminary, I had great admiration for its president, David Hubbard, who was also a prolific writer and scholar and speaker. Many years after I graduated, I heard him talk about how the most common misconception students had of his life was that it was filled with glamorous activities and inspiring moments. Most of what he did, Dr. Hubbard said, involved the consistent, plodding progress of one task following another. Write notes for a lecture, chair meeting with the faculty, ask a potential donor to consider giving. All these tasks add up to a wonderful work, but they are not a series of moments designed to make you feel you've just won the job lottery. To believe in the significance of our contribution is an indispensable need of the soul, but to believe that choosing the right door will usher in a non-stop Niagara Falls of motivation is an illusion that will leave us mad at God and frustrated with ourselves." This is very notable. Don't wait for passion to lead you somewhere you're not. Start by bringing passion to the place where you are. So what do we do? Often I don't think to ask for wisdom until I'm facing a big decision. Practice on small doors. Paul writes, "Whenever we have an opportunity, let us work for the good of all." How often do we have an opportunity? Doors are everywhere. In a park, a mom is watching her 2 preschool-aged children play. I could stop by for a moment and comment on what a gift those 2 children are. Early in our marriage, Nancy and I were eating at a nicer restaurant than we were used to. It was a restaurant with no drive-through lane. Someone who knew us saw us there and secretly paid for our meal. We have never forgotten that gift, and because that person did such a fond gesture, we have done the same thing many times for others. I have never done that and then thought to myself, I regret spending money that way. I have a free evening. Instead of automatically turning on the TV, I pause for a moment to pray and ask how I might spend the next few hours so that when I'm done, I feel good about the choice. Someone has his first day at the organization where I work. I remember my first day many years ago, how I had that I feel like a kid in the middle school and I'm not sure anyone likes me and this is not my desk feeling. So I write an email to welcome him to middle school and tell him I remember how it feels. Choosing doors always involves a process. I recognize opportunity, identify options, evaluate, choose, and learn. If I wait until the giant decisions come, my ability to choose wisely will be underdeveloped. Making a life-altering decision is like driving the Indy 500 or playing before a packed house at Carnegie Hall. It's good to practice ahead of time, and opportunities for practice are everywhere. So, bakit ko sinishare ito sa inyo guys? And I believe ito talaga yung, I think will actually speak to a lot of you right now, and I think we should really not wait for those spontaneous outbursts of passion before we do anything that is related to our work as Grapevine leaders, as Sun Life advisors. It's not true that our work should be filled with heart-thumping emotion and effortless non-stop motivation. I agree with Thomas Edison that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. It consists of everyday decision to do progress, to make a progress in your career, in your life, in your family, in your marriage, in your finance. It's an everyday decision to follow Jesus in your life and preach the gospel to yourself and allow yourself to make an action based on what God is asking you to do at the moment. It's not really about those supernatural inspiration na kailangan mong ma-receive every day. Every day you make a decision na I will do this because I chose to do this. I will do this because God already told me before na ito yung gagawin ko at this moment of my life, at this season of my life. God opened this door of opportunity for me as a Sun Life advisor, and He has also given me an open door, an opportunity to be part of a team who is Christ-centered. And I will make a decision that I will give my best for this profession. I will make a decision that I will do what it takes, whatever it takes, no matter how hard it is, to be able to serve my team, to serve my company, to serve my clients, because that's what I have signed up for. I have committed to do this because God spoke to me in the past about this. It's not a question, is this God's will for me in my life at this season? I think we should start asking that question. Instead, we make a decision. I will give my best every day. I will always make a decision to be consistent, to be persistent, and to be persevering with what God has already given to me. Don't wait for passion to lead you somewhere you're not. Start by bringing passion to the place where you are. Start by bringing passion to the people in the team in Grapevine. Start by bringing passion to your clients as a Sun Life advisor. Start by bringing passion to really serve these people, these clients, your friends, offering them help in every opportunity that you can give them. Practice on those small doors. I believe by being faithful to this calling, whenever we have an opportunity, just like what Paul said in Galatians, let us work for the good of all. I think we should really work for the good of our team, Grapevine. But we are not just thinking about ourselves every day, but we should be thinking about how is my teammate doing right now? How will I be able to lift up myself? By helping one another, by helping another advisor, by helping another teammate to be motivated and help each other burn with passion, burn with that kind of fire na alam mong it will make you grow and progress in this career. I remember when I was still an advisor, guys, I'm not yet a manager and I'm just an advisor. I kept on helping another advisor to be motivated. I always make sure that I get to share what I know, I get to share what I learned from all the trainings I have attended, from the books I've read, for any revelation that I get from the Bible. I share it with another friend, with another advisor. I make sure I make a contribution to the team. And I remember there are some like teammates in Stargazers that are having a hard time making a sale. I make sure I get to teach them. Na-share ko sa kanila yung financial house, na-share ko sa kanila yung mga closing strategies na natutunan ko. Nag-e-effort talaga ako na natulungan yung mga ka-team ko na magkaroon ng inspirasyon na to move forward with their career and to be able to help them na hey, we have a goal in the team, let's help one another. And even di ko mga ka-team, even from the people from other branches, another advisor who's been my friend, like Jack, the friends I have from Cash 101, like Kaloy or Mark or Robin, and even other people from other branches. I share what I know, I share what I have. If there's anything worthy of sharing, I share it, even just inspiration or prayer or anything. And I try to work with them, not alone, but I try to work with other people, other advisors, so that I could have more inspiration to work. And I don't wait for those opportunities na talagang yung tipong naghihintay ka ng passion to come down from heaven to the earth and wait for such magical moments. It doesn't happen that way. We have to do something every single day. It's a decision to really make every opportunity to do good. You know, guys, tama, I really believe that we can practice on small doors. We can practice just by helping someone fix their finances, or just sharing with an intention of just sharing, not really having a commission from this talk or from this conversation, but just by sharing something that's very valuable to another person. I always put myself in the position that I believe I would be the life-changing encounter of this person if I talk to this person. It's not about boasting or pride, but allowing myself to be used by God to make a change in this person's life. If that means by sharing financial wisdom to this person, I will do it. If it means sharing the gospel to this person, I will do it. I will allow myself to be used by God to be in the position to converse into this person and make a change and make a difference in this person's life. And then everything else follows. Don't wait for passion to lead you somewhere you're not. Start by bringing passion to the place where you are. And it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of smart work as well. And it's not about life as an advisor will be filled with heart-thumping emotion and effortless non-stop motivation. But it's an everyday decision to follow Christ and to preach the gospel to yourself. And believe that as you obey God every single day, God will bless you. God will move you to the next step. God will give you another new instruction. God will bring you to the next place, to the next meeting, to the next client, to the next referral, to the next big step. To believe in the significance of our contribution is an indispensable need of the soul. I think you should stop being frustrated about yourself and looking for a motivation. Just start being passionate about what God has already given to you. Make a decision, consistently grow with this profession that God has already given to us. Make a decision every day to make a difference in someone's life. God has called us for this mission, to raise faithful stewards and develop fruitful leaders. And I hope that mission is very clear to you. I hope that mission is something that you already owned to yourself. That you would want to embrace being a kingdom entrepreneur, a kingdom advisor, and allow yourself that this business is something that God can use not only to prosper us, but to advance the kingdom of God in our nation and even to the nations of the world. Let's believe in faith together and let God do the rest. I hope to see you on Saturday, guys, and with this in mind. That's what we're gonna talk about on Saturday, and more about our team and how we move forward for us to be able to build a mission sending team. I hope this helps you today. Bye.